we actually have a This Is Awesome chant for a Diva segment, an amazing triple threat match, and the contract signing for Seth Rollins and Brock Lesnar to talk about. It's time for this week's Monday Night Raw review. Prepare to warp.
This is Sean Crow, watching WGS-TV.
Warped your way into another episode of WGS-TV right here on YouTube.com/WrestleGamer. I am the WrestleGamer Del Bucho. As you guys can plainly see, sans the headset this week because the headset apparently doesn't want to be cooperative anymore. Basically it shorts out at random times. So as far as the headset goes, when it comes to reviews, I'm just gonna go by camera for right now, and then see what I can do. And you know, who knows? Maybe I'll implement the old snowball that I used for commentary for Mid-South Extreme. But anyway, very quickly, programming note: this coming Friday, I will be once again heading out to MechaCon in New Orleans for the third year in a row. I've always had a great time. I enjoy meeting the people. I enjoy doing the vlogs from MechaCon like I did last year, and I will be doing them once again this year, and hopefully I can do more at MechaCon than unfortunately I was able to do at Louisiana. I just for those of you who are wondering why I haven't put up a vlog of Louisiana just yet, it's because I really don't really have a lot to show from Louisiana to make a sufficient video, in my opinion, and I really didn't get to talk to a lot of people like I have wanted to. But I'm going to try to do that at MechaCon, but that's in a couple of days. Let's go ahead and talk about Monday Night Raw for this week. Of course, we would have to start off with this being the Go Home Show, a segment involving the WWE World Heavyweight Champion Seth Rollins and Brock Lesnar, which would lead. Basically, this was a build into their contract signing. Again, I firmly believe that if Paul Heyman was not with Brock Lesnar at this point in time, he would not be in the position that he's in. And it's not a matter of, oh, Brock Lesnar sucks or not. No. Brock Lesnar cannot cut the promos that Paul Heyman can. That's just the bottom line. He can't. It's impossible for him. That's pretty much what that opening segment was. It was just a lead into what they were going to be doing for the main event of Raw, which was the contract signing, but we'll get to that when the appropriate time comes. Tag match with Big Show and Sheamus taking on Randy Orton and Ryback. I'm trying to think of what words to describe this other than repetitive nonsense we've seen. All I'm going to say is this: that we better see a good triple threat match between Big Show, Miz, and Ryback for the Intercontinental Championship. But I'm not getting my hopes up for that. Ryback would have a top rope splash on Sheamus after Randy Orton would hit the RKO on him. And of course, then they announced on WWE.com that Randy Orton and Sheamus would be going one-on-one in Battlegrounds. But didn't they announce that already, like way before? But then again, it was either that or it was just kind of expected, you know, with the way the storyline was going. Dean Ambrose and Bray Wyatt, scheduled to happen, never did. Reason why? Roman Reigns pulled a Bray Wyatt and attacked the crap out of him, and he was getting the better of him until Bray Wyatt would hit him with the lantern, and Bray Wyatt would run away. And I kind of see that, you know, with it being the Go Home Show, they need to have a good confrontation between the two to kind of lead into what they're going to be doing at Battlegrounds. So I'm really interested to see where they go with this. Now, here's the first thing that I mentioned on the preview at the start of this video. You know, the NXT Divas finally got called up and finally got some recognition. And I gotta say, you know, we had a huge chant for This Is Awesome. For those of you who still haven't followed it, even though I'm a day late in posting up my Raw review, Becky Lynch, Charlotte, and Sasha Banks got called up. Apparently now we're going to have like a... This is what they need to do. They need to have a triple threat three-way team triple threat match with Team Bella, consisting of Alicia Fox and the Bellas, taking on Becky Lynch, Charlotte, and Paige versus Naomi, Tamina, and Sasha Banks. If we do not see this at Battlegrounds, I will be pissed. Because they did so much to lead into this for them not to do it. WWE needs to get on the ball and actually listen to the fan reactions, especially for the divas, and the fact that I can't even recall the last time we had a chant of "This is awesome" for a divas segment on Monday Night Raw. I think the last time I had it was when Paige made her debut after WrestleMania and beat AJ Lee for the title. Other than that, I can't really recall when was the last time we actually had a chant of "This is awesome" for a divas match. The New Day taking on the Primetime Players and Mark Henry. Can somebody please answer me this question? Is Mark Henry a heel or a face? Because as of late, I don't know. I sat on the Facebook page, someone say, well, look back to Elimination Chamber, he was face. I'm like, okay, and then what was he when he was taking on Roman Reigns? I don't understand that. And then Ryback as well. All I'm going to say is Mark Henry would hit the World's Strongest Slam on Xavier Woods. So far, the Primetime Players and Mark Henry would pick up the win. So it makes me wonder what exactly they're going to be doing for Up, Up, Down, Down. For those of you who don't know, Xavier Woods, aka Austin Creed, has his own YouTube channel, and it's a gaming YouTube channel. And I suggest you guys check it out. It's actually pretty good. King Baron and R-Truth. All I'm going to say is, again, really, we have to have this again? R-Truth would hit the lie detector on Barrett to pick up the win, and just when you think this cockamamie storyline of King What's Up is over, it rears its ugly head once again, and basically it is turning to what I would like to think possibly I'm trying to remember who it was. Samoa Joe had this long-standing rivalry with in TNA that just got completely, utterly ridiculous, and I can't think of the name. I want to say Christopher Daniels, but I think I might be wrong on that. It might be AJ Styles. I'm not entirely sure, but it's getting to, you guys kind of get the drift of, you know, they're just taking a storyline and dragging the hell out of it, and that's what they're doing. And honestly, they weren't really using R-Truth for anything else, so there's a pro and a con to it. That's all I'm going to say. Now, scheduled up next, it was supposed to be John Cena's United States Open Challenge, and it looked like Rusev was going to answer it. Then Kevin Owens came out. Then it was Cesaro, which turned into a triple threat match. An amazing triple threat match with the winner getting the title shot against John Cena. This was an amazing triple threat match. Now, I have no idea, for those of you who don't know, it was recently brought to everyone's attention about the fact that Vince McMahon fired, I forget, I don't have her name off hand, but she was like the vice president of talent, not talent relations, of content within WWE. Now, I have no idea if this is in correlation to that, but they really stepped it up on this go-home show. Just saying that right off the bat. They really stepped it up. It was an amazing... At one point, Kevin Owens leaves to... because apparently he said he's going to wait until Sunday to get his chance, and it just boiled down to Rusev and Cesaro, and man, they had some amazing spots. Amazing spots that really stole the show, in my opinion. It would boil down to Rusev hitting a super kick on the chest, Michael Cole. It wasn't in the face, it was in the chest. I saw the footage. And Rusev would pick up the win, and you know, John Cena, who's normally very vocal, especially when it comes to promos, really didn't do very much on commentary. You know, he didn't really do very much at all. in my opinion. And it boiled down to Cena and Rusev. Was anyone not shocked to see Kevin Owens come up there and interfere and cause a disqualification? Because if you were shocked to see Kevin Owens coming out there and causing a disqualification, what rock were you living under? Stardust would make his return, much to the dismay of a lot of the fans out there, well, especially in the IWC for some reason, because a lot of people want him back as Cody Rhodes, and took on Neville. Basically, it looked like two comic book characters taking on each other in a sense, and that's kind of how they built it. Especially when it came to their promo screen, it was basically two comic book characters. Neville, Stardust with Schoolboy Neville and hold the tights to pick up the win. So, could they legitimately be trying to start something here between these two guys? And if so, then they really need to do something. I want to say they need to do something significant to kind of cement the feud. And then the contract signing between Seth Rollins and Brock Lesnar. What it boiled down to, they used this to write off Kane. Because I wonder how many of you guys remember this. It was back during the Attitude Era with Undertaker and Kane taking on Stone Cold Steve Austin for the then World Wrestling Federation Championship. And Vince McMahon, this was after the pay-per-view, but I'm just kind of setting up the premise for what happened. It was the night after Raw. Both Kane and Undertaker had pinned Austin, and they were going to have a ceremony to decide who was going to become the new World Wrestling Federation champion. I believe it was something to that extent. And Austin would then, if you guys remember, drives, I think it was a Zamboni, up to the ring, then jump McMahon, would get arrested, and because of that, one thing would lead to another, and Undertaker and Kane would assault Vince McMahon, and then they would shatter the leg of Vince McMahon with the steel steps. And that's pretty much the scenario that played out with Kane in reverse roles. Brock Lesnar was the one who held the steps and shattered the leg, supposedly, of Kane. And again, it was just so reminiscent of that. I wonder how many guys out there who have been watching wrestling as long as I have were actually thinking about that. You know, we're kind of thinking about, gee, didn't Kane and Undertaker do that to Vince McMahon many years ago? And outside, you know, with the ankle and the steps, and that's pretty much how they rid off Kane. And Seth Rollins would have some suggestive words to say about Brock Lesnar and some suggestive words for Kane, and then Rollins would then take a shot on the injured leg of Kane, and that's pretty much how they would end Monday Night Raw, with Seth Rollins basically now not having any backup whatsoever for Battlegrounds. But I kind of, as much as fans are posting all the memes that Rollins is gonna die and, you know, welcome to Suplex City, I'm still not, again, you know, Brock Lesnar can have his own fan base. I just don't see the appeal. I'm sorry. Now, if he was the Brock Lesnar from 10 years ago, where he could actually cut a decent promo, maybe. And you know what made me nervous in the opening segment? Brock Lesnar grabbing the microphone. That made me incredibly nervous, because Brock Lesnar now has what I like to call the Scott Steiner reputation for being on the microphone, of saying stupid, utterly nonsensical crap on the microphone and trying to pass that off as a promo. And I got nervous at first, but you know, he actually said the line decently. He didn't flub up. There was no screw ups. So whoever coached him through his promo for one sentence actually did a decent job. Overall score on the go home, this Monday Night Raw, the go home show to Battlegrounds. Again, this was a really good show. There's really nothing bad I could say about it. I gotta go 4 out of 5. And get this, best segment of the night was the Diva segment. The call-up of Charlotte, of Becky Lynch, of Sasha Banks. And I want to see a triple threat tag match for Battlegrounds, with Team Bella taking on Team Paige, consisting of Paige, Becky Lynch, and Charlotte, taking on Team Naomi, consisting of Naomi, Tamina, and Sasha Banks. That is something I want to see. Worst match of the night, King Barrett and R-Truth, for the simple reason of, why are we having this again? I don't understand that. I thought this was done. I thought this gimmick, this feud between R-Truth and Barrett was done, but apparently it's not. But anyway, guys and gals, what I want to know from you out there, the viewers and subscribers, your thoughts on Monday Night Raw this week. What are your overall scores? What are your picks for best and worst match or segment of Monday Night Raw this week? I definitely want to know what you guys have to say. Be sure you put your comments in the comment section below. Don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to check out Double B Plays every Sunday through Monday at 9 a.m. Central Time. Mid-South Extreme, when I get a chance to do it, every Saturday at 9 a.m. Central Time. Because trust me, guys, doing all of this on my own is actually a lot of hard work, but it's something I treasure doing, and I really do enjoy it. But it's a lot of work, so you have to bear with me when it comes to Mid-South Extreme. Also, don't forget to check out 2 of my videos in the annotations at the end of this video, and the links will be provided in the description box below. So with that being said, I am the Wrestle Gamer, WGS-TV, so we'll see ya at the next one.
Shakes her head at me. The motion causes her just to quake slightly. Man, if this thing only had animation. You know. I wanted to, as soon as I saw her there, come on.